All right, everyone. Welcome to episode 2 of Selling Smart with Sarah Smith
and Jessica Vera.
Yeah, we are so excited for this podcast. So let's jump right into today's episode. So we're going to go over the special enrollment period, also known as SEP. And with SEP approaching quickly, the amount of beneficiaries that you're going to be able to help is actually going to decrease, meaning that you're going to need to get a lot more strategic with your lead generation.
Which brings us to our next topic. Drum roll, please. Low income subsidies. So we are going to be talking about what LIS is, why you should care, which you should always care, but why you should care about LIS, and how you can host an event focused around LIS. And then, of course, we always end on a positive note. So let's go ahead and jump into our first segment.
And now we bring you Disruptive Waves. All right, as you probably already know by now, OEP is about to end, and we're quickly moving into SEP. If you guys don't know, OEP is the open enrollment period. That ends March 31st, and SEP is going to start right after that. So as a Medicare insurance agent, most of your business is done during AEP, which hopefully you know by now. But just because AEP is over, and OEP is nearing a close, that doesn't mean that you can't still help beneficiaries get coverage that they deserve. So there are plenty of folks out there who are eligible for a special enrollment period, and your job really is to find those individuals.
Yeah, so the special enrollment period, which is also known as SEP, it allows individuals who qualify to make changes to their Medicare plan outside of AEP or annual enrollment period. And so those people who qualify for a special enrollment period, they have special circumstances such as, having a low income or moving to a new service area or just losing their current coverage.
So since most Medicare-eligible individuals don't qualify for a special enrollment period, it's really important for you to get creative with your lead generation techniques. So one group of individuals who are eligible to enroll in plans outside of annual enrollment, or AEP, are the dual-eligible population. So that means that they qualify for both Medicare and Medicaid. And while not every individual who qualifies for LIS is dual eligible, every individual who is dual eligible also qualifies for LIS. So this brings us to our next topic, low income subsidies.
All aboard!
The knowledge train!
Choo-choo! Okay, LIS stands for Low Income Subsidy. And the LIS program, which is also known as Medicare Extra Help, allows low-income Medicare-eligible consumers to actually save on their prescription costs, which is super cool.
Yeah, and one thing to note, LIS, generally beneficiaries won't probably recognize the term LIS or low-income subsidies. They might know it better as the Extra Help program. So just knowing that they're the same thing and being able to call it the Extra Help program might make beneficiaries know what you're talking about a little bit more. It also just resonates more, extra help, because that's what they need. They need extra help.
Right.
So just keep that in mind. And some of the benefits included in this LIS program, or again, extra help program, include Part D premiums, annual deductibles, coinsurance and copayments, coverage in the donut hole, which is huge, and help with Part D late enrollment fees.
Yeah, and most people who are eligible for LIS, they don't even know it.
It's true.
Yeah, and so these people tend to be, those people who are struggling to afford just basic expenses, and they really need help paying for their healthcare costs. And so that's where you, as the agent, can come and help them apply for that extra help. So that's really awesome.
And now time for an SMA Value Add. Are you an insurance agent or agency looking for extra marketing support, but not sure where to start? Senior Market Advisors can give you the tools you need to grow your business. Need leads? Use SMA Storefront to customize generic one-of-a-kind marketing materials. Have leads but no way to manage or quote them? Other FMOs may charge you for their CRM tool, but at SMA, we give you a personalized CRM account for free. SMA also offers free access to the CSG quoting tool. This tool can cost you thousands of dollars elsewhere, but with SMA, access is completely free. Not getting paid the commissions you deserve? SMA has strong relationships with each carrier, so you can always count on top-tier commissions. Interested in learning more? Visit us online at www.seniormarketadvisors.com/podcast or give us a call at 844-334-6066. All right, so when is a beneficiary eligible for LIS? So a beneficiary is eligible for LIS at 150% of the federal poverty level. So CMS actually updates these numbers every single year around March 15, March 31. It really depends. Yeah. So the government has already released the federal poverty guidelines for 2019, but CMS hasn't identified the asset and resource limits that are going to be used for these guidelines for LIS just yet. They should come out very soon, but right now, if you're going to quote any beneficiaries for LIS, you're going to be using the 2018 guidelines until those new guidelines come out. So just keep that in mind. What we will go over right now is what the 2018 asset and resource limits are, and that information comes from Social Security. So right now, the individual extra help beneficiaries must have an income of no more than $18,210 per year as an individual, and resources valued at no more than $14,100 per year. Married extra help beneficiaries must have an income of no more than $24,690 per year, and resources valued at no more than $28,150 per year. So income includes wages, Social Security income, annuities, and family support. And resources include real estate, stocks and bonds, mutual funds, and IRAs.
Yeah, and so you know people who are eligible for LIS, you know they need your help, but how do you actually go out and find those people? And a good way to find LIS leads is to host an event. So also note that you need to register your event as an informal sales event with CMS. And if you don't do that, you're not going to be able to collect lead information and permission to contact them without classifying the event that way. So that's something you have to do.
This is so important, you guys. Compliance is key. Mm-hmm. You really want to make sure that you're compliant. Otherwise, you could end up with a sales allegation, which you obviously do not want. And it's really important that you're making sure that everything you're doing is compliant. So always make sure that whenever you're doing an event like this, it needs to be registered with CMS.
Also, remember to bring a laptop for digital applications. You're also going to want to bring, branded materials, business cards, permission to contact forms, LIS information flyers, and of course, some kind of handy dandy notebook to help you keep track of your new contacts. I loved Blue's Clues.
Me too. One of my favorites.
Handy dandy notebook. And then also, you can sit with the seniors and actually help them apply for LIS on the spot. And you can do that online at www.socialsecurity.gov/extrahelp. And once you submit their application for LIS, that's when Social Security will go in and they'll review it. And then they send them a notification in the mail letting them know whether or not they are eligible. And then don't forget, always collect a permission to contact form from the beneficiary to let them know that you will be in touch to discuss the next steps. You don't want them being like, who are you?
Yeah, that is so important that they know who you are when you're reaching out. So you do want to make sure that you're going to follow up. I mean, it's great if you go do this event, but if you never follow up with them, then it's kind of...
There's not really a point.
Right. It's not really very beneficial to you.
Right.
So the follow-up is incredibly important. So you want to call the new client, see if they qualified for LIS, and if they are accepted and they do qualify, you should see if they'd like to set up an appointment to discuss their next steps. If your new client is accepted and they do qualify, go ahead and give them a call, see if they'd like to set an appointment to discuss their next steps. So they will be eligible to enroll in a Medicare Part D plan at that time, and you can help them find the right plan option for them. So that's why this is so important, right? if they qualify for LIS, well, now you can actually get them into a plan.
Right.
So that's really ultimately why you're doing this. Obviously, you're helping them save money, but you're also going to be able to sell them a plan at the same time. So one thing, do not forget to get a scope of appointment form to have on file prior to that appointment date that you set with the beneficiary. This is so important. If you've been selling Medicare for a while, you definitely know about the scope of appointment form and how important it is. So please do that. So if your new client is denied, let that beneficiary know that while you can't help them during SEP because they just don't qualify for a special election period, you will be able to help them find a new Medicare plan during the next AEP. So just let them know that. It's not like everything is lost because they don't qualify, right? You can still help them. You just can't help them right now.
Right. Yeah.
So another thing that's important is you want to maintain a relationship with the facility. Mm-hmm. So if you're hosting an event somewhere, you definitely want to reach out, thank them for their assistance, and see if either you can do another event in the future or if they can refer you to any other facilities in the area that maybe can help you for your next event.
Yeah, just keep going to bingo.
Right. Yes.
Bingo is the key to everything.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, and I mean, relationships really are key, guys. So you definitely want to make sure that you are treating people with respect, thanking people for their time because, they're taking time out of their day to help you with this event. So definitely always make sure that you're thanking everyone, staying in touch. That's really important.
Yeah, it definitely is. And then, with LIS, you're really helping these beneficiaries save money in a way that they might not have even known about before. And that's really amazing that you can do that.
All right, guys, what are you waiting for? Contact your local senior facilities and event coordinators now so you can help seniors in need and also grow your business.
Yeah, get out there.
And now time for an SMA Value Add.
Having trouble managing your business? Paying for an expensive CRM tool at your current FMO? There's a better way. SMA offers a proprietary customer relationship management tool built specifically for insurance agents just like you. Our CRM tool is the perfect place to digitally house all your leads, view upcoming appointments, manage your client relationships, keep track of applications, view your sales numbers, and more. Your account is personal to you and not accessible by other agents. Other FMOs may charge you for a software like this, but if you're contracted with SMA, we give you free access. That's right, free. We even offer free access to the CSG quoting tool directly from our CRM application. Interested in learning more? Visit us online at www.seniormarketadvisors.com/podcast or give us a call at 844-334-6066.
So we've reached that time, the positive note. And now, ending on a positive note. So this week, or this podcast, I guess, we're going to just kind of share some really cool stories that Sarah and I have. And I guess what I wanted to share, I had to go get my tires fixed. Oh my gosh, my car. Anyway, I had to get so many things fixed on my car. It was a nightmare. But it kind of goes back into the quote that I said before, where somebody else was kind of a rainbow in my cloud.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, because I didn't want to be at Firestone. I think is I was just, getting my tires done or whatever. I didn't want to be there. And there was this little boy and he was waiting with I think it was his aunt or something. I'm not sure. But as soon as I sat down, he was like, hi. And he wanted to he's like rock, paper, scissors, shoot, rock. He just started playing rock, paper, scissors with me. And then he was like, do you know any other games? And I sat there for probably at least an hour or two. And we were just playing rock, paper, scissors and little hand, games that I didn't play since elementary school. And it was so sweet. And I feel like a lot of times in life, as adults, we just kind of get into this zone where we're so focused on I was I'm getting tires or whatever it is. And I was so focused on that where I would have sat down and just not spoken to anybody.
Right.
And that kid, he started talking to me, and then that, engaged other adults, and it just like kind of like formed this little community inside of a, tire shop.
Right.
And I just think it's just so easy. Like, we need kids, I think, for that.
It brings out your childish. It brings out your childish side. I cannot. No.
Yeah. No, but it really, like, I think sometimes we need somebody to remind us that we shouldn't really be taking life so seriously, and, like, just to have a little bit of fun.
Yes.
And talk to other people, because it really does, at least for me, it improves my, like my mood a lot, and just kind of like I left so happy. I was really upset going into that place, like, oh, I have to get like all these things fixed after I already got, like, I spent so much money on this car already. And then I left, and I was like, oh, that little cute boy just made my day.
Well, that just goes to show that, like, the smallest little things that you can do really can brighten someone's day.
Yeah.
And, like, it doesn't necessarily have to be a kid. Even just, like, saying hi to someone. Like, you don't know what someone's going through. Someone might be having the worst day ever, and you just smiling at them, saying hi, can totally change their day.
For sure. Like, and I like, even if you're just standing in line somewhere, like, just, like, little conversations, I think, like, just as time progresses and with technology and everything, I think we just forget to, like, disengage in that and connect with people.
That is definitely true.
Yeah. And, like, it was nice, I guess, because also other families may have, like, I've seen a lot of kids that have, like, their iPads or whatever, and, like, if he was on an iPad, he probably wouldn't have started playing rock, paper, scissors with me. But even like, he was even being taught to engage. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so that's my little, it's not necessarily motivational, but it's like feel good.
It is feel good. I like that.
Yeah, I liked it. So it was, it was nice.
Very cute.
Yeah.
I like
little
that.
Kids.
Yeah. So my story is also not really motivational, but it is just a feel good story. It's just a very small little slice of life thing. I've been trying to get better at cooking, and I really just didn't know how to cook much in the way of anything other than like pasta and CPK frozen pizzas. And I've really...
Those are really hard to make. You have to get it just right.
Oh, I know. So I've really been working this last year to learn how to cook a bunch of new foods and whatnot. My boyfriend's really good at cooking, and so I'm like, I need to get on my cooking game.
Yeah.
So I've been really working on that, and this past weekend I cooked for my boyfriend, and I made this dish that he just absolutely loved. Like, just he thought it was the best thing ever, and it's a dish that I really like. And I was like, I think he's gonna like it. It's really fresh, and he's all about like fresh ingredients and things tasting really fresh. So I made him that, and he just loved it. It was just
like eating it all.
Yeah.
Like, didn't leave any for you.
No, he really did. He went back for seconds. He ate everything. I had leftovers. I was going to bring it to work for my lunch. Nope, there was none of those.
Oh, no.
No, but it was great. It was like, wow, okay, my hard work is kind of paying off. It's really nice. And it's really nice to see someone you care about love a meal that you cooked.
Food.
Like, yeah, it just made me feel really good. And I was like, oh, yay, I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
So
what was it?
It's this patatas bravas recipe with artichoke hearts.
Oh.
And it's a very Mediterranean dish, and it has this sauce that's amazing. It's got like white wine vinegar in it, and some mayo and some spices, and it's...
Oh my goodness, I might need that recipe.
Yeah, I'll give it to you,
Yeah,
because it's really good. But yeah, I mean, that's just a little, again, just like a little feel-good story that just, again, I've been working hard at it, and it's nice to see that like, oh, I can make a good meal.
Of, it all going away, because it's obviously good.
Exactly. There's nothing better than that.
Yeah. I mean, I love stories about food. Anything about food, I'm on board.
Same.
Yeah. Great. So yeah, I guess that concludes podcast number 2.
Thanks for joining us this week. Want to be featured and ending on a positive note? Send your motivational stories to www.seniormarketadvisors.com/podcast. Interested in learning more about Senior Market Advisors? Give us a call at 844-334-6066. We appreciate you joining us this week on
Selling Smart
with Senior Market Advisors.